getting your digital ad campaign started the right way. Of course, when it comes to setup, you need to ensure your pixel is tracking everything on your website, all movement, all conversions are being allocated across Meta, TikTok, Twitter, Google products, from YouTube to Facebook, and everything few and far between. You have to link the ad campaigns to your CRM so you can gauge lead quality, not only just from the pixels to verify, but that it's actually firing events to your CRM so you can verify conversion rates. You need to ensure that you have your call tracking metrics so you know specifically where calls come from across GMB, across organic, so you can really discern the difference between the paid versus the organic calls and everything few and far between, because some people just like to call. And the same goes for messages and native lead gen. You also need to get ready to deploy CRO so you can test different colors, different ad text, different copy, different specific ad creatives. And then when it also comes to CRO, you need to ensure that you're testing different types of ads, whether it's carousel, video, static. The list goes on and on, guys. You need to be optimizing your keywords. You need to be adding negative keywords. You need to be running exact match. You need to be testing bidding strategies, testing ad types, running experiments. And that's just the start.
Oh man. All right, let's give Dutch a break. I can hop in here. So having a unified analytics system, whether it's something paid, we're big fans of Triple Whale. We're huge fans of Northbeam, but it's not always the most affordable. Well, it's not affordable at all, actually. But if you can't afford some of these omni-channel analytics solutions, you can always build yourself a Looker Studio, a data studio rather, that's going to get the job done. So you can see everything in one place. That way, it just makes such a difference. Just seeing everything, cross-referencing different campaign types, different ad creatives all in one spot is going to open up your eyes and give you those quick ideas a lot faster than digging through the actual platforms, sifting your filters, looking for hours. So that's huge.
Yeah, of course, attribution tracking, as you're referencing, many every ad agency, every marketing agency likes to take credit for every ad, whether you understand what's going on under the hood or not. And an ad agency might say, yeah, we generated that, but the person actually searched for your specific brand name and then clicked your ad. And it's like, doesn't that go to branding? Weren't they going to find you eventually if they really wanted to? Unless you're running a brand defense campaign, then that makes sense. Run at that. But also in terms of attribution, maybe they saw you from a Facebook ad and then Googled you later, so it looks like an organic hit, but because you have a pixel on that event, it is a view through impression. But view through impressions can be taken advantage of. Maybe that ad showed all the way at the bottom of Forbes and they didn't really see your ad. They didn't go and Google you from that ad that they saw on some publication, but there's a view through impression being gauged there. So you have to have your tracking in place really, really honestly, and you have to work with humbled partners that will know when there may be deficiencies in certain tracking platforms and you're working towards a greater good there. Of course, we love Triple Whale for all things e-commerce.
Don't take one attribution model over another. Look at all of them. Have a very balanced view of what's going on. It's really hard to gauge, especially when you start to encompass traditional advertising. If you have a billboard and they didn't scan the QR code on the billboard, it's really hard to tell, right? Make sure you're looking at all your different attribution models. That's why we like Triple Whale so much. It's because, they have the Triple Whale attribution, which is technically the most accurate, but they also have all the other long list of them. We look at those with a grain of salt. We report this to our clients so they actually understand. To most business owners, a conversion's a conversion, and that's fine. But when you're trying to scale the marketing, you just got to understand these tiny nuances. And then you can replicate what's happening better and better and better.
Running across multiple DSPs, multiple channels, understanding your ROAS across all of them is so important, but also how they come together, because the third time someone's seen an ad on a specific channel may have been influenced by the two other times that they saw ads in other places. And just to get a grasp of this is where you're starting. You have to be able to understand that the next 3, 4, 5, 6 months of your advertising, this is going to be your world, especially if you're spending tens of thousands of dollars. Can't stress it enough, guys. Getting started is only the first step, but optimizing and expanding on a campaign based around ROAS is where things come to fruition, and it takes a very long time.
Making sure that your brand messaging is fully aligned with the audience segment that you're going after. So make sure your ads are not just as broad as possible, but make sure you're speaking directly to that end consumer in your campaign and even ad type. Let's say like you're going after parents. Your message to dads is going to be totally different than your message to moms. And you're going to want to test 5 different variations of each of them. Be prepared to do the heavy lifting up front, create all these assets, different messages, and then test them out. And I promise you'll be mind blown at what you thought was going to work and what actually worked.
And that's just it. We didn't even talk about audience matching, building lists, creating custom audiences, lookalikes past that, matching customer list, being compliant amongst all of this. Am I doing the right thing? The list, guys, I'm telling you, we just scratched the surface with the 100 things we just listed. And it's only how to start running an ad campaign the right way.